106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
From Hollywood, welcome to the Rat's Ass Podcast with Mojo Elliott.
Yeah, you know, it's only been a week, and holy crikey, do we have a lot to get unpacked here on this Wild Hair hiatus episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. So strap in, my fiends, because we're about to embark on another action-packed adventure, whether you like it or not. All right, here's what's on tap on the wrap. I've got the vital signs for the new pontiff for you. Trump's tariff war takes a positive step, and the Dems, believe it or not, are pissed. We'll take a ride back to my teen years, and we'll see if what happened to me also happened to you. There are 5 things men do that turns every single woman off today. Stick around and find out what these 5 bad habits are. Another round of head trauma is on the way. We're going to play a new round called the Movie Mashup. We're going to be debuting it in Season 3. We're going to do a preview today, plus our usual loose behavior. The Friday Funny, we got Mr. X-Rated here, Celebrity Cheese, your email from our Gmail, and I'll be doing that in a G-string today. One more thing, and the shout-outs to Rat Nation and the Resistance. Yes, 91 degrees here in Southern California today, so yeah, I am scantily dressed right now, and you don't need to see that. Or do you? All right, I mentioned there's this little thing we do called Rat Nation. It's our listener club, and if you're a member, congratulations. If you're not, geez, you're just going to miss out on some pretty cool stuff later on when we get this thing rolling. We need to get to 1,000 members. We're at 309 right now. So go check it out and see if it's right for you. Become one of the few and the loud at Rat Nation. Now, as you know, I'm vacationing this month, but I can't stay away completely. We are doing Wild Hair episodes today, May 16th and May 23rd, before I vamoose for Memorial Day weekend, and then we'll come back and kick off Season 3 early June. We do have a happy birthday. I'm not one to do birthday shout-outs, but I am going to do this one to the most trusted journalist in America, Dana Perino, celebrating a birthday today. And she is a Taurus. No wonder I trust her. All right, we have a new pope. You've probably heard. Now, this just doesn't work for me. Pope Provost from Chicago. 69 years old. He's a graduate from Villanova. Good old Bob Provost. Robert Provost, his given name. He is the first American pope. He's also a progressive, like Francis was. And I just kind of find it kind of cool that they have aliases. You know, it just doesn't work. Pope Provost. Doesn't really work, right? Doesn't have any pizzazz that you would expect from the Pope, a godly creature like the Pope. So he has adopted the name Leo XIV. Why he wanted to copy the other 13, I have no idea. But good for the Catholics. They got a new Pope. He does not play a role in my household, but I get it. He's important to the Catholics. But what I want to know is this. What's with treating the Pope's announcement like a gender reveal with all the black smoke and the white smoke? I don't get that. You know, how about just putting a red light and a green light on the outside of the Vatican? It's in Italy. Red, green. The nation's colors. While the light's red, no Pope. Light turns green, everybody celebrates. It's 2025. Now, I get it. It's tradition. I get it. It's just kind of funny to me. All right, President Trump has secured his first tariff deal with the UK, one of our closest allies. Now, you're going to see more countries line up and step up now. It's the dance floor effect. You know, when you go someplace where they're playing music, you see the dance floor, it's empty. You have to wait till the first couple gets on before everybody else loads up the dance floor, right? It's the same thing. Somebody's got to break the ice. The UK has. So now you'll see other countries lining up to make their deals. Now, the Consumer Price Index from March 2024 and March 2025 was released this morning. Prices are coming down slowly, but they are heading in the right direction. Now, the Democrats want you to believe the inflation they created is getting worse, and it's not. If you listen to them and you believe what they're telling you, okay, fine. Then you're going to believe that inflation is raging out of control and Trump is a nightmare. Not the case. The numbers tell the truth. I have posted the index on the X feed for Rat's Ass Podcast. You can go to ratsasspodcast.com and connect on the homepage. That's the easiest way to do it. But here are some of the things that have come down. Gasoline down 10%. The price of fuel affects everything. Okay, when goods and services can be transported cheaper, prices on merchandise will come down. Some of the other things, airfare, hotels, car rentals down 4 to 8%. Computers, appliances, TVs are down 5 to 9%. Now, granted, it's slow, but it's getting better. It'd be nice if it just crashed right down and things went back to the way they were in 2019, but that's not realistic, ladies and gentlemen. Just not realistic. Okay, again, like I said, I posted the entire consumer price index on our X feed. Now, what pisses the Democrats off is the more Trump has success, the more they know that their crumbling party has no chance of introducing their communist, Marxist, democratic dipshittery on the rest of us here in America that don't want any part of it and why we put Trump back in the White House. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine over the past few days. We grew up together just outside of Pittsburgh, and our conversation got to immigration. Now, he's an Italian. His parents and grandparents came from Italy, legally. I am a mix of Scotch, Irish, German, and English heritage, and been best friends for years. And we talked about how it was when we were growing up in our neighborhood. You know, our block that we grew up on was a mix of Italian, Polish, Greek, Hungarian, German, English, Irish people, Serbian people, just a mix. It was like a deck of cards. No two nationalities the same, living next door to each other. And we got along famously. Now, as a teen, we recalled that, you know, when it snowed, we had a lot of respect for our elders, our seniors. Now, if it snowed, you get 2, 3, 4, 6 inches of snow, whatever it was, we all grabbed a shovel and cleared the walks for them. We didn't do it for money. We just did it because we respected our elders. And same came when we mowed lawns, raking leaves. We just did it. And we didn't do it for money. We just did it for the thank you. Sometimes we didn't get a thank you. It was just the appreciation on their faces. That was enough. And that's how we grew up. And my God, I got to tell you, the food from the neighborhood with all of those different nationalities, oh my God, different cultures. Oh, I grew up with some of the best food on the planet, man. Couldn't resist going out and getting Italian and Greek this week. Oh, baklava. It's no wonder I'm a type 2. I love baklava. But that was the benefit. And you know, food and music from every culture brings people together. Now, I will say music didn't bring my neighborhood together because I had 2 Marshall bass amps hooked up to my stereo. Got a little loud at times, and my neighbors would be always shaking their finger at me. Turn it down, turn it down. But the food, oh, God. If I could get back to the future, man, I would go back to my teen years and go to my neighborhood and just knock on every damn door and get something from each culture. It's fabulous. Now, these were people who migrated to America and were legal citizens of the United States. They wanted to come, they wanted to assimilate to the American way. The difference today is people want to come to our country, from their country, and bring their country with them, and expect us to change and assimilate to them, to all the multicultures. That's why it doesn't work. You know, you got to come to America wanting to be an American. You want freedom, you want freedom of speech, you want all of that, then leave your cultures behind, come on, do it legally. That's all we're saying. Now, it was a good conversation because living here in California as I do, this conversation took me back and grounded me. We're not a neighborly state in California. As I've mentioned before, I've lived in my neighborhood for 25 years, and I couldn't tell you who 90% of my neighbors are. Never had a conversation with them. We'll wave hello if they drive by. It's that friendly, but we've never had a conversation. And personally, I love this about my neighborhood. I'm an extremely private, reclusive person by choice. And maybe California, maybe being in the entertainment industry for many years has turned me that kind of jaded. But admittedly, I like that part of my neighborhood. But when I flash back to how I grew up as a teen, boy, that was a great way to grow up. It really was. All right, I found this interesting. There are apparently 5 things men do that piss off every woman. Now, these are women today, okay? Not from my generation, because this is all wrapped around, again, social frickin' media. Okay, now, women don't like it, guys, if you engage in baby talk. They go, oh, I really like you, little poopy butt. Oh, you're so sweet. Ooh. They don't like that. Cut it out. Grow up. Displaying poor table manners. Okay, keep your elbows off the table. Don't pick your teeth. Think about what she's thinking. You got your finger stuck between 2 teeth pulling out, whatever you got in your salad. And she's like, oh, I got to have him tonight. I want that bad in the worst way. Okay, so poor table manners. They hate it. If your social media looks too cartoonish, full of Batman, Superman, Spider-Man photos and references, you're out of the game right there. You will never see the cooter. Never. If you post personal photos, try just being yourself. Don't try to be Mr. Personality. Don't come off as being phony. They don't like that either. They don't like men who can't control their temper. Now, this is always a problem. Men, we have testosterone. We get mad at the littlest things sometimes. We punch walls, we throw our phone, we throw the TV remote. Well, women don't like this. They want you to control your anger, unless it's in the bedroom. During sex, you can release a little bit of that anger. You can. But any other time, it's a huge turnoff to the ladies. All right, The Who have announced their farewell tour. Who knew? I thought they'd already retired. I love The Who. Great band. They consist of now Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend. Roger's 81, Pete's 79. It's about time they got around to the farewell tour, don't you think? But they got a tremendous catalog of rock songs. The Who's next album is a 10-10 album. It only has 9 songs on it. Won't Get Fooled Again, I would tell you, is probably top 10 on my all-time rock list. The song My Wife, unless you are familiar with the album, you may not be familiar with the song, but it's a great song. Great story involved in the song. It's about a guy whose wife goes nuts on him, and he has to leave town because she's going to gun him down. I mean, you could actually take the lyrics from My Wife and create a cool miniseries for Netflix or Prime or something like that. It's that damn good. Great album. Looking forward to the final tour with The Who. God, I hope they make it. But you can check out all the tours currently happening for dates in your part of the world at ratsasspodcast.com on our blog. I'm telling you, it's information overload. Anything you need, it's there for you on the blog. So check it out, ratsasspodcast.com.
Welcome back, you honky mofo. Here's Mojo Elliott with Rap Sports.
Honky mofo that I am. Honky mofo on a G-string today. All right, how about those New York Knicks? Up 2-0 on Boston, heading back to New York. I have jumped on the Knicks bandwagon, and I don't care who knows it. Hey, my Lakers are in Cancun, so I got to find a reason to watch the NBA playoffs. So thanks be to the New York Knickerbockers. All right, in round 1 of the NBA NHL playoffs, I went 12-4, picking winners and losers. Not bad. What percentage is that? Let's see. We had 16 rounds. Okay, 25. Okay, that is 75%. I hit 75% of my predictions in the first round. I'll take that. That's not too bad. Round 2, bit more challenging. In the NBA, Boston over New York. I took Cleveland over Indiana. Oklahoma City over Denver, Minnesota over Golden State. Here's how it's shaping up. New York up 2-0 on Boston. Indiana up 2-0 on Cleveland. Oklahoma City, Denver tied 1-1 as are Minnesota and Golden State. I am sucking hind tit on that one. Hockey's even worse. Oh, I was badass going 7-1 in the first round. Florida over Toronto. I took them. Toronto leads that series 2-0. Washington over Carolina. That series is tied up at 1. I took Las Vegas over Edmonton. Edmonton's up 2-0. And Dallas is up 1-0 on Winnipeg, and I took Winnipeg in that series. So I'm bad. I'm terrible. But you can verify, again, my playoff picks for the NBA and NHL playoffs at ratsasspodcast.com on the blog. Like I said, it is information overload, and that's sports on the Rap.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
All right, we're going to preview a new round that you'll hear occasionally in Season 3. It's called the Movie Mashup. I'm going to play 3 drops from a movie, 3 movie clips from different movies, and you have to identify the 3 movies. All right, a little challenging, but I think you'll do just fine. All right, listen close. Here are the 3 movie clips.
What are you people? On dope?
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Women be shopping. You cannot stop a woman from shopping.
All right, I know that was probably quick for you, so let's do it again.
What are you people? On dope?
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Women be shopping. You cannot stop a woman from shopping.
All right, there you go. Those 3 clips are from 3 different movies. What movies are they? Let's see how you do. We'll have the answer for you coming up on the Rat's Ass Podcast.
It's time for some loose behavior on the Rat's Ass Podcast.
Well, as you know, every Friday, we like to do the Friday Funny. I like to dig into my comedy archives and whip out a comedian that stalked the earth when we all had a sense of humor. Remember that? Here is Mr. X-Rated, Eddie Murphy, on today's Friday Funny. Eddie.
You can't just keep messing around like you used to. Eventually, your dick will fall off. Remember VD in the 60s? That shit don't just sting no more. Every time they cure something, it come back stronger. VD is new and improved now. They got dudes in the doctor's office with symptoms like, excuse me, doc, what does it mean when you go to the bathroom and fire shoot out your dick?
Let me get this right. You're getting a burning sensation when you urinate?
No, fire shoot out my dick is a burst of flame fly out my dick when I pee. I can't even pee in the house. I burn my house down. I got to go outside and pee. I was outside peeing the other day. Dude tried to mug me. I turned around and burned him up on the street, doctor. What I'm trying to say. That's my dick is a blowtorch is what I'm trying to say. Got to be careful. They say having casual sex nowadays is like playing Russian roulette. And I know I've thrown my dick on the crap table many a night. Looking for Miss Right. You be gambling every time you do it. You gambling with your dick, saying, come on, I need a woman with a mind. I need the perfect person. Come on now, give it to me. I need somebody perfect for me. Come on, give it to me now. Oh, shit. Fat bucktooth bitch. No, give my dick back. No.
The good news is Eddie is still alive and still doing crappy movies. I think he's working on Beverly Hills Cop 77 right now.
Hey, heads up. Here comes your celebrity cheese.
All right, Blake Lively says she will testify in next year's trial against It Ends With Us co-star Jason Baldoni. Lively has accused him of sexual harassment and retaliation. Now, the trial is set for next March. Now, I don't know why, but this trial feels like it's been lingering forever. It's like waiting for the last 5 episodes of Yellowstone, for crying out loud. By the way, Simple Favor 2 with Blake and Anna Kendrick is now available on Prime Video for free as long as you're a member. And if you got 2 hours that you'll never get back available, I would check it out. You know how follow-ups are, how sequels are. I would give this one probably on the popcorn box scale, 1 to 5, maybe three boxes of popcorn. That's about it. All right, the Sean Diddy Combs trial got underway this week. Are you following it? Combs' defense team is saying, they were both aggressive against each other, Combs and Cassie Ventura. They went medieval on each other on a regular basis, and that's just who they were as a couple. Now, I don't think there's a video of her draped in a towel dragging him down the hall by the hair in a hotel. I don't think so, right? Is there anything like that out there? I'd pay money to see it if it was. All right, the saga of Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson rolls on. Reports of Jordan being banned from North Carolina's football facilities are not true, according to UNC officials. Bill Belichick says he's okay with Jordan wearing skimpy outfits around the players at the practices. Halter tops, short shorts, those kind of things. Because I'll tell you this, and I know by experience, nothing will make a football player hit harder than seeing a TNA on the sideline. Remember the story I told you when I was a basketball player? How it drove me nuts when I'd be at the foul line and the cheerleaders would be screaming, put it in, put it in. God, stop it. I'm shooting foul shots here. God, I'm shooting 90% and I keep hearing put it in. I'm going to go down to 85. Stop it. It drive me nuts. I mean, I'm sitting there on the sideline shooting foul shots. Picture this. I'm at the foul line. All of a sudden I hear, put it in, put it in. Yeah, that's what would happen in the middle of a basketball game. That's the way 17 years old, when you're 17, that's what happens. All right, Cameron Kinsey, a political commentator and an ex-White House official when Trump was president the first time around, was being interviewed on Fox News by host Jonathan Hunt when all of a sudden she passed out. Did you see this? She literally, eyes rolled back in her head, and she just fell off the chair. It's a high stool, too. One of those studio chairs. So I know I have a small studio chair, but hers was tall, and she fell. She might have whacked her head when she fell. Of course, Hunt, he just, what do I do? What do I do? He didn't stop. He didn't help her or anything. He just tried to keep the segment rolling while somebody else tried to help her out. The network finally went to break, but Kenzie's okay. That's the good news. And there's no word on why she fainted. She just fainted. Now, I'll bet my third nut, though, Hunt was probably wearing that Gravité cologne. And she got a whiff of that stuff. That ad where the women are blindfolded and the guy walks in the room and they're going, oh, my God, bring him back, bring him back. Remember that ad? I think that's the case with that. I would bet my third testy. That's the case. Hey, in case you lost track, by the way, Britney Spears has now been single for 80 days.
Who gives a rat's ass?
Rat's Ass Podcast. Email from our Gmail.
As you know, I do not read your email in advance. Fleabag, my producer, forwards your name, where you're from, and edits them so I can read them rapid fire and on the fly. Swear to God, it's got to be 107 in this studio right now. I'm in a G-string. I seriously am doing this because it is hotter than Hades in here. I'm going to pass out just like, what's her name, like Kenzie did on Fox News. But we'll try to get through the email here from our Gmail in my G-string. Lori G. from Los Feliz, California said, did you see Joe Biden's appearance on The View? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Lori, I don't watch The View. I don't need that view in my life. But I did see the highlights. And bottom line is, Joe Biden said that he thinks he would have won the election had he ran, not dropped out. He would have beat Trump again. Two, he said he dropped out because he felt he was putting the country, the United States, over his own personal political needs. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. If you're buying that BS, God bless you. God bless you. We live through it. We know. And it's amazing to me that Joe Biden can sit there on The View and make comments like this and think we're going to believe that. You know, and as I'm sitting here in my G-string, I'm going to tell you right now, Joe Biden is going to get this week's Rat's Ass Podcast Dumbass Award for thinking that we're stupid enough to think that. So, you know what, Lori, thank you. I'll give you credit for Joe Biden being named our Dumbass of the Week here. All right, Cameron G. from Tyler, Texas said, what is a reasonable amount of time to wait on a girl to give up some nookie? Cameron, if you're still calling it nookie, that could be a problem. But the answer to that is however much time it takes. And I'll tell you, the more you press it, the less she's going to be willing to give it up. Act like you don't give a crap, and you might get it quicker. That's just the way women are wired. All right, Harmon T., Miami, Florida, said, a friend of mine is dating an ex-girlfriend of mine, and it's bugging the hell out of me. How should I approach him about it? If it's a friend and he's dating an ex-girlfriend of yours, he's not a friend. Okay, he broke the buddy code. Okay, you never date a girl. Never date an ex. Never. That's the buddy code. We learned that in St. Elmo's Fire in 1985, for crying out loud. So number one, he's not a true friend if he's dating an ex-girlfriend, but she is an ex-girlfriend. She has her own mind, and she's able to go and do whatever the hell she wants. And if you don't like it, you know, that's, tough nookie on you, my friend. All right, Jared H. in Billings, Montana said, congrats on the new YouTube channel. Are you going to be adding any long-form video content? Jared, thanks for reminding me. I meant to bring this up earlier, and I didn't do it. But yeah, we have launched a new YouTube channel on YouTube, oddly enough. Funny how that works, huh? But yeah, here's what we're creating. All 80 episodes of the Rat's Ass Podcast that we've done are up there. I am turning it into more like an MTV of rock. One place where you can go see live concerts. You'll have categories for new rock videos, prime rock videos from the 90s and 2Ks, and as well as classic rock videos. And I'll be adding new stuff every single day, so you can check it out. I think we got, 5 concerts up there right now. Good for the weekend, too, by the way. All in crisp, beautiful color. Godsmack is up there. Stone Temple Pilots, Foo Fighters, Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, and had to throw up some classic, too, from Aerosmith. So that's what's up there right now on our YouTube channel. And the link is on the blog. I haven't linked it to the website yet. Have to do that real soon, but you can connect to it by going to the blog at the top of the page at ratsasspodcast.com if you want to go check it out. But yeah, we have some short form video. We'll do some long form. The problem is with the long form, Fleabag and I have sit here and debated this for a long time to go live on TikTok and go live on YouTube. And the problem with it is, the stuff that former radio personalities are doing, they just show them on camera. I don't find any entertainment value there. So we're looking for something that will be entertaining. We're thinking something, Southern California, it's a great place. A lot of things go on here. Maybe doing something about the bubble that we live in and doing documentary type stuff, fun stuff. But just putting a camera on me, watching me do a podcast, that's no fun. That's no fun. We don't want to do that. But we'll get some long-form stuff on there soon. The short-form stuff is pretty self-serving videos. But go check it out, though. ratsasspodcast.com, top of the page, click the link, and you'll get there. Or you can just search it on your television. I was watching, last night I came home and I watched the Godsmack concert. It was fabulous, outstanding. So check that out. And I hope you enjoy it. And we'll take your suggestions, too. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. What would you like to see? What would you like not to see? Give us some ideas about what things we can do long form for you as well. All right? Willow P. from Bristol, England said, what is it about you crazy Americans always doing rants in cars? Help me understand this ridiculous behavior. Willow, I agree. It is frickin' ridiculous. I don't take anybody seriously who has to go inside their car and do a rant. I really don't. Some of them make great points. But I'm like, why do you have to do this in your car? Stop it. It's not a studio. It's not a mobile studio or anything like that. It just looks weird to me. Why they do it, I have no idea. Maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe they feel like they can be themselves. They can be loud and boisterous and just do that. Who knows? I just know I don't take it. As soon as I see a car rant, move on. I don't even bother with it. All right, Conrad A. from Dusseldorf, Germany said, is it worth driving 475 kilometers to see an NFL game between the Broncos and Colts later on in Berlin this year? That's what? Let's see. If I put on my conversion thing, we're talking about 475 kilometers. That's what, around 300 miles, I'm guessing. But if you're an NFL fan, I would say sure, because this is a rare event. It's worth making the drive, but make sure you sit as close as possible to the action. Seeing an NFL game up and close, hearing people's snot bubbles and hearing people get hit, it's a killer live experience, Conrad. So, yeah, I'd say go for it. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please send them to my producer, Fleabag, at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. The more outrageous and salacious is always best. We appreciate that.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
All right, it's time to reveal the movie mashup. We're going to do this during season 3 occasionally, but today is the preview. I put together 3 drops from 3 different movies, or 3 clips, and you have to identify all 3 movies. Oh, what a challenge, huh? But listen close. Here are the clips again.
What are you people? On dope?
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Women be shopping. You cannot stop a woman from shopping.
All right, if you guessed Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Trading Places, and The Nutty Professor...
Yeah, baby.
You are correct. But if you missed it, go see a doctor about your head trauma, and do get well soon. All right, I do have one more thing for you. I do have to go to the Wizard, though. I really do. Something about hot weather, man. I tend to go, just more often than what I really want to.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Thank you, Alexa. I'm well aware of that. But here's one more thing for you. Scientific scientists, I think they're all scientific, aren't they? These studies suggest that the brain only remembers 2 things about an event: the emotional peak and the end. It's kind of like having sex, if you ask me. Yeah. So, Alexa, let me ask you, did you enjoy the jackhammer while I was gone?
Oh, stop it and just do the shout-outs to Rat Nation.
That's a big yes. All right, welcome to Rat Nation. Stephen Lewine from Fort Worth, Texas. Danielle Bonnell from Youngstown, Ohio. Doug Mateo from South Bend, Indiana. And to the Resistance, those of you who email us but have not joined Rat Nation yet. Claire K. from Ahwatukee, Arizona. Skeeter M. from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And Megan L. in Decatur, Illinois. And around the world to our listeners in Canada, Brazil, and Germany. Thank you for listening to the Rat's Ass Podcast.
Now's your chance to be one of the few and the loud. Join Rat Nation at ratsasspodcast.com. Membership does have its rewards, you know.
All right, that's it for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. Be sure to check out the new ratsasspodcast.com to connect with us on the socials, listen to podcasts, join Rat Nation, and read the blog. It's loaded with current events, pop culture, music, concert tour info, the radio wars, sports or G&A, Q&A, sex and relationships, plus the Dumbass Awards for 2025 so far. Have a great weekend. Season 3 starts on June 2nd, but I'll be back with another Wild Hair episode next Friday. Take care of each other, and thanks for listening to the Rat's Ass Podcast.
The conversation continues between podcasts on X and ratsasspodcast.com. ratsasspodcast.com.